I thought summer school was a really useful experience. I feel like I've learnt a lot from it already.
I think it gave me a lot of experience and opportunity to work with a lot of people.
I found it informative, I found it enjoyable.
You're learning more about kind of how a festival works.
So it was fun to collaborate with other young people where we all shared a similar interest for film and be able to have as much freedom to create our own film festival.
My favourite part was watching all the films and specifically hearing everybody's opinions about them.
I think just the best part of it was the social aspect. Like everyone's different opinions on different films and like being able to interact with each other in that kind of aspect.
What you said. I'd say it was kind of like difficult at first because I'm not really used to working with a lot of big crowds, but after a few or so weeks you do get quite used to it.
I found the summer school very interesting because I got to kind of meet people who've worked in the film industry and ask them questions about their work.
Working with other young people was really interesting actually because I'd never done anything like this before, and I found it really fun because we all got along really well, and it was really fun programming something like this because it was a really new experience for all of us, which was really good.
It didn't feel like there was maybe a pressure on you that you would get from working with adults.
It felt like I was on equal ground with all of them. None of them felt pretentious or condescending or anything like that.
Everyone got a chance to say their opinion, not a voice was left unheard.
See, when you're like with other people who are also interested in the same thing, it's amazing. Like I've recently met some of these people that I've added on other things, and it's amazing. It's like, because then it's like you're all here for a same interest, you know?
I really enjoyed just getting to watch and dissect films and then debate back and forth.
Follow my every move.
We watched a number of films, but my favourite was Brother by like a massive stretch.
Michael.
I'm Aisha. I know your brother, Francis. Everyone knows him.
I think it told a good story of a sibling relationship as well as the decline in mental health in one of the brothers. I think it's good representation. I think the music integrated into it really well. I think it told a very heartwarming story.
So you make a little friend.
Okay.
Who you can run away with.
My favourite film that we saw was A Cat Called Dom, which was a documentary film from a Scottish filmmaker.
Basically, he likes poetry.
Right. Nice. The mouth of a mind, the mouth of truth, the mouth of a stream, the mouth of a tooth.
But he's not very good at it.
I really liked the way that they represented the emotions of the characters and how they represented the main character's feelings of existential crisis and like intrusive thoughts through the cat.
And from a personal standpoint, I thought that it talked about grief in a very real and raw way, and it was a very inventive format as well.
المدرسة مستنينك أي غلطة ممكن يطردوك وأنا من ناحيتي تسألنيش منك خلاص ركز بدروسك.
I really liked Alarm. It was just brilliant. It was a really harrowing story about the oppression that's gone on with the Palestinian people.
It shows you a young teenager's life, how they experience the world is so different from ours. A topical topic in somebody else's life.
That powerlessness of the young people being teenagers, not being able to really impact and make any change, so they can only really do a symbol and try and raise that flag.
I found it really memorable because it was really striking and emotional, and it really left a mark on me once we watched it.
I grew up watching The Matrix. It's one of my favourites of all time. Now we can see it in like a 4K version. Like, that gets me excited. Like, I love 4K stuff.
At GYFF, I'm most excited for like some of the events that we have planned coming to fruition.
What I want to make the audience aware of for GYFF 2023 is that there's a little surprise before we're screening The Matrix.
I'd like to tell the audience for GYFF that it's for you. We have programmed this festival for the audience in mind. Every film we've chosen, we've thought about how the audience would like to see it, or we think it's important that they do.
I would really like the audiences to come away from our films thinking about the film and thinking about how it impacted them or questioning things.
As much as it's a youth festival, it appeals to adults as well. There's films in there that stood the test of time, there's classics that adults would equally enjoy and come and watch, so
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.